Can XRP, Ripple, make you a millionaire? Ripple just might be the missing piece in your investment portfolio. Before investing in Ripple, you need to understand what it is that you're getting into. Ripple is not just another form of currency like Litecoin or Bitcoin, but a new kind of payment protocol intended to streamline international and cross-border payments around the world. Ripple isn't your average cryptocurrency. Instead, it offers something entirely different from every other type of digital currency. And while this presents a solid investment opportunity, you must understand what Ripple is, what it does, and any potential red flags to look out for as a speculator. Welcome to Luxury Side. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos of this side. If you're new here, we love dropping videos about luxury lifestyle, crypto, and money topics every day on our channel. Today, we'll be sharing the chances of getting good returns from investing in XRP. What is Ripple? Ripple is a technology that acts as a cryptocurrency, XRP, and a digital payment network for financial transactions. It was co-founded by computer programmers Chris Larsen and Jed McCaleb and released in 2012 through their US-based company, Ripple Labs Incorporated. The systems that process financial payments are often overly complicated and fragmented. This means the payments can be costly, time-consuming, and unreliable. Ripple offers an alternative platform that can facilitate cross-border payments which are 100% secure, instant, and practically free. Moreover, Ripple can facilitate payments in every type of money, including cryptocurrencies. Just a year after it released XRP, Ripple Labs was named as one of the 50 smartest new companies by researchers at MIT University, which is regarded as one of the best private research universities in the world. Then, in 2013, banks and other financial organizations began showing an interest in using Ripple's payment system. 5 years later, more than 100 financial institutes had adopted some of Ripple's technology. Today, the RippleNet advanced blockchain is used by a growing network of more than 300 providers spanning 40 countries across 6 continents. Some of the biggest named adopters of Ripple include American Express, Santander, and US-based money transfer company MoneyGram. What's more, there are whispers that Visa and Western Union are seriously considering switching over to the Ripple platform in the not-so-distant future. For many crypto and financial analysts, Ripple has the potential to replace SWIFT as the #1 network for secure, standardized, and reliable global payments. In fact, that's precisely what Ripple's founders are aiming for. In an interview earlier this year, Ripple's co-creator Chris Larsen said, XRP can be a replacement for that inefficient SWIFT system. It's going to take some time, it's going to seem frustrating at times, but I think we'll get there. Why you should or shouldn't invest in XRP. Lots of crypto analysts and speculators think Ripple has a big future, making it an attractive option for new and established traders. Ripple is currently trading at 26 cents per coin. In other words, it's cheap compared to its previous high level in 2018. You can pick up a serious amount of Ripple for less than a few $100s, while even a small amount of $50 would get you more than 200 coins. Ripple hit an all-time high above $3.10 in 2018, but some market analysts believe it will push beyond the $1,000 barrier within the next 10 years. Other predictions are far more optimistic. So given its low price and increasingly mainstream appeal, snapping up some Ripple is a relatively low-risk option with the potential for a big return on investment. Ripple solves problems for large financial institutions. It also speeds up the flow of capital, which is excellent for the economy. But Ripple could work for small business owners too. If it becomes widely adopted, the Ripple platform will provide millions of sole traders and entrepreneurs with access to the global economy. With a market cap of $25.9 billion, Ripple is the world's third biggest cryptocurrency. A large market cap is a strong sign of investor confidence and makes the asset more resistant to volatile market cycles or dips. Ripple is more than a cryptocurrency or technology. It's a fully fledged company. Ripple Labs Inc. has over 500 full-time employees, including public relations and marketing, who promote the technology to banks, investors, new users, and the public. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos of this side. Like any investment, putting your money into Ripple isn't risk-free. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins, and while the amount of Ethereum is limitless, the production will slow down over time. This limited supply could push up demand in the future, leading to big price increases and bigger profits for early investors. Ripple is different. All the XRP coins are pre-mined and already in circulation. Ripple chairman Chris Larsen owns around a third of all XRP. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse also holds a significant amount, as do other senior board members. With so much XRP concentrated in just a few hands, there's a chance the price may be overinflated. For blockchain purists, XRP isn't a real cryptocurrency. Many argue that it goes against the principles of decentralization and economic autonomy. Unlike Bitcoin, which is mined and then exchanged anonymously between users, Ripple was specially designed for the banking and finance industry. Its primary purpose is to solve issues within the banking industry, rather than revolutionize the way ordinary people exchange or store value. Unlike Ethereum and Bitcoin, all of Ripple's XRP coinage are pre-mined, meaning that no more coins will be released to the market. This has resulted in its developers owning a substantial percentage of them. Ripple chairman Chris Larsen currently holds almost a third of all XRP, which is a concern, as it runs counter to the idea of decentralization, which is core to the cryptocurrency philosophy. Ripple's biggest rival is SWIFT, currently the largest international payment network and the preferred choice of some 11,000 financial institutions. Ripple will need to convince the notoriously Luddite banking sector that its payment protocols offer a better, quicker, and safer solution than SWIFT. Is it a good investment? Most investments come down to the risk versus reward factor. In other words, do the potential rewards outweigh the possible consequences of the risks? Ripple certainly has some risk factors. The founders hold a large number of coins. It's still a long way from challenging its main market rival, and it's not the most popular technology for blockchain purists. On the other hand, Ripple is becoming more and more mainstream and has the backing of some major financial institutions. Plus, the current price is a low barrier of entry for crypto newcomers, as well as a good opportunity for established investors to diversify their portfolio without taking a large amount of value out of their other assets. Put simply, Ripple is a low-risk investment with lots of potential rewards. But it's something you should definitely do some research on before you consider adding it to your portfolio. The real Ripple investing question then, does it really work? If you're willing to invest the time and energy, then for you, it could do well. Chances of success. Why hasn't XRP had many chances to grow dramatically? Well, first of all, it is not decentralized like Bitcoin or Ethereum. The fact that the supply is controlled by Ripple and is very huge, 100 billion units, does not play well. RippleNet can work with that XRP at all, so there is anything unique about XRP which can't be said about RippleNet. According to WalletInvestor.com, the price of XRP may drop to as low as 4 cents. They also believe the price will recover to around 46 cents by the end of 2020 and 58 cents in 2021, and over $2 in 2025. In contrast, LongForecast.com thinks the average price of XRP will be 26 cents in 2020 and will drop significantly in 2021 to 15 cents. At the end of the day, only demand for XRP will dictate its destiny, and the success of Ripple and RippleNet will definitely help. Can it make you a millionaire? In a sense, it already is. XRP has a market cap of $25.9 billion at the time of this writing. And as we have discussed, this continues to rise as the application of its payment protocols becomes more widely adopted. Being a finite resource, the value of Ripple is likely to increase further as scarcity tends to promote price growth. Please remember, any investment includes some risk, so only invest what you can afford and do as much research as possible before making a final decision. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and to click on the subscribe button below. Turn on notifications to get informed whenever we post our amazing content. We'll see you in the next video.